Hello everyone. Welcome to the class of Complex Analysis, Probability and Statistical Methods 18 MAT41. Today I'll be teaching a topic in Probability Distributions, Module 3. Topic name is Exponential Distribution. Myself, Dr. Madhura, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology, Bengaluru. First, let us know the definition of exponential distribution. Exponential distribution. First, we will know the definition for this. The continuous probability distribution. The continuous probability distribution having the probability density function PDF. We usually use the short form for this as PDF. F of x given by it is defined as a discontinuous function. So it is defined as alpha into e power minus alpha x in the range x greater than 0 and 0 otherwise. So exponential distribution f of x is defined as alpha e power minus alpha x for x positive, x is greater than 0 and 0 in the interval. All other range means x is less than or equal to 0. It is defined as f of x value is equal to 0 where alpha is greater than 0. And this is known as f of x defined in this way is known as exponential distribution. Now firstly, let us verify whether this is a probability density function or not. So to verify whether it is a probability density function or not, it has to satisfy two conditions. The first of the condition is very clearly satisfied. That is f of x is greater than 0. This is greater than 0 because alpha is greater than 0. We know about alpha from the given definition that it is a positive value. And since alpha is a positive value, we can conclude f of x is also a positive value. This is first of the condition. Then the second condition says that integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx. We have to check this should be equal to 1. So integral minus infinity to infinity is now defined only under 0 to infinity. In all other range, it is 0. So I just treat this integral limits as 0 to infinity. And f of x is defined in this range as alpha e power minus alpha x into dx. Now we are checking whether in this range f of x is integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is positive or not, is equal to 1 or not. So that is what we are verifying. So left hand side I retain as it is, and right hand side I can take alpha outside and I have to integrate e power minus alpha x dx between the limits 0 to infinity. So integration of e power minus alpha x is e power minus alpha x divided by minus alpha, because we are integrating with respect to x. Coefficient of x comes to the denominator. So alpha gets cancelled here. So I have a minus sign, and upper limit is e power minus infinity. Lower limit is e power 0. So e power minus infinity is 0, 0 minus 1, and there's a minus outside. So we have 0 minus 1 is equal to 1. So the two conditions get satisfied, that is integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is equal to 1. And the first of the condition, that is f of x is greater than 0, is also satisfied. So we can conclude that f of x defined as alpha e power minus alpha x in the range x greater than 0 is a probability density function. Thus, f of x is a PDF, probability density function. Now we will make a note of the formula for mean and the variance. So mean mu of the exponential distribution is given by 1 divided by alpha, and variance V. Variance V of the exponential distribution is defined by 1 divided by alpha square. So standard deviation will be 1 by alpha. So mean mu is equal to 1 by alpha and variance V is equal to 1 by alpha square. Of course, this can be simply easily proved from the definitions of mean and the variance of the continuous probability distribution. From those two definitions, we can easily prove the result for mu and variance V. Now we will see problems on exponential distribution. Problems. Firstly, if x is an exponential variate, if x is an exponential variate with mean 5, then evaluate the following. In that first one, probability of x lying between 0 to 1. Second one, probability of x lying between minus infinity to 10. And thirdly, probability of x less than or equal to 0 or x greater than or equal to 1. X less than or equal to 0 or x greater than or equal to 1. So given that x is an exponential variate with mean 5. So mean of the exponential distribution is given by 1 divided by alpha. So we compare 1 by alpha with 5 and we can obtain the value of alpha easily from that. So before that, let us write down the formula for exponential distribution. So the PDF, probability density function of an exponential distribution is given by f of x is equal to, it's a discontinuous function, alpha e power minus alpha x for x greater than 0, for x greater than 0, 0 otherwise. 0 otherwise. Now it is known that mean of the exponential distribution is given by 1 divided by alpha. So mean from the data, mean value is equal to 5. So 5 is equal to 1 by alpha, or we can obtain alpha value as 1 divided by 5. Now this value of alpha we substitute into the exponential distribution, PDF of the exponential distribution, and hence we can solve for f of x in the 3 different cases. So therefore, f of x can be rewritten as, with the value of alpha equal to 1 by 5. So we can write it down as 1 by 5 e power minus x by 5 in the range x greater than 0, 0 otherwise. So this is f of x now for us in order to discuss the 3 different cases. So let us see the first case. It is to find probability of x lying between 0 to 1. So probability of x lying between 0 to 1 is same as writing integral 0 to 1 f of x dx. Now f of x between 0 to 1 is defined as 1 divided by 5 e power minus x by 5. So this can be written as integral 0 to 1 divided by 5 e power minus x by 5 dx. Now we have to integrate e power minus x by 5 between the limits 0 to 1, and I can take out 1 by 5 constant outside. So integration of e power minus x by 5 is e power minus x by 5 the whole divided by the coefficient of x to the denominator, which is minus 1 by 5 between the limits 0 to 1. Now we observe that 5 can be cancelled and we have a negative sign. For convenient, I can take out the negative outside, and upper limit is e power minus 1 by 5 minus x is equal to 0, lower limit, so e power 0. So this on evaluation using calculator, I can obtain the answer as 0.1813 with our usual consistency of rounding off our answers to 4 decimal places. So this was case 1 for us. Probability of x lying between the range was integral 0 to 1 f of x dx. So integral 0 to 1, it was lying in this range, x greater than 0. So f of x, we are substituting 1 by 5 e power minus x by 5, and we integrate that between the limits 0 to 1 to obtain the answer as 0.1813. Now the next case, second case, is to find probability of x lying between minus infinity to 10. Minus infinity to 10. So this can be split into two integrals. So integral minus infinity to 0 f of x dx and integral 0 to 10 f of x dx. So when I imagine a number line, so minus infinity to 10, I have to use and obtain the probability of x lying between that range. So this can be split up into integral values as minus infinity to 0 and 0 to 10. And according to the definition of exponential distribution, between minus infinity to 0, the value of f of x is 0. And only between 0 to 10, we can use f of x function as 1 by 5 e power minus x by 5 in the second integral. So whereas in the first integral, the integral value will be equal to 0. So I can just put an arrow across and write down 0 like this. So now we just have to integrate between 0 to 10. F of x in this range is 1 by 5 e power minus x by 5 dx. Now integrating, I have 1 divided by 5. Integration of e power minus x by 5 is e power minus x by 5 divided by minus 1 by 5. So again 5 get cancelled. There is a minus sign in the denominator which I can write outside for convenient. So this will be between the limits 0 to 10. So upper limit will be e power minus 10 divided by 5 minus lower limit when x is 0. This is e power 0. So the value that I have to evaluate is 1 minus e power minus 2. So 1 minus e power minus 2, I can use calculator and get the answer as 0.8647. 0.8647. So this is up to 4 decimal places rounding off a value to find the probability of x lying between minus infinity to 10, which was the second case for us. Now the third case of the problem is to find probability of x less than or equal to 0 or probability of x greater than or equal to 1. Probability of x less than or equal to 0 or probability of x greater than or equal to 1. So or can be replaced by a plus sign. So this is one and the same as finding out probability of x less than or equal to 0 plus probability of x greater than or equal to 1. So as our usual definition in theory concepts and all we have learnt it, or stands for the plus symbol. So that is why it is replaced by a plus symbol. And probability of x less than or equal to 0 means integral minus infinity to 0, which is 0 itself. So we can directly write down here itself. And the second integral will stand for integral 1 to infinity. Probability of x greater than or equal to 1 means 1 to infinity f of x dx. Integral 1 to infinity f of x dx is same as saying substitute the value of f of x as 1 divided by 5 e power minus x by 5 dx. So it has to be integrated in the range 1 by 5 e power minus x by 5. We have to apply the integral limits as 1 to 5. Integral 1 to 5. We observe the definition once again if required. F of x is defined in the positive integral only. So x greater than 0 in the positive interval only. So that is the reason we have just substituted 1 by 5 e power minus x by 5 between the range 1 to infinity. X greater than or equal to 1 means 1 to infinity. The overall range in the continuous probability distributions will be minus infinity to infinity. But according to the definition, we work along. So this gives us 1 to infinity 1 by 5 e power minus x by 5. Now let us integrate and obtain solution. So this gives us 1 by 5 into e power minus x by 5 divided by minus 1 by 5 between the limits 1 to infinity. Again 5 get cancelled. For convenient I can write down the denominator minus sign outside. Upper limit will be e power minus infinity, lower limit e power minus 1 by 5. Recall the standard value, e power minus infinity is nothing but 0. So 0 minus e power minus 1 by 5. There's a minus sign outside. So what we have to evaluate is e power minus 1 by 5. E power minus 1 by 5. And in the calculator, this gives us 0.8187. 0.8187 up to 4 decimal places. So these were some of the cases that we discussed for the given data. The given question was x being an exponential variate having mean equal to 5. So the mean value of the exponential distribution is known to us, then all the probabilities, required probabilities can be easily obtained. Let's see the second problem now. In a certain town, the duration of a shower is exponentially distributed with mean 5 minutes. What is the probability that a shower will last for, first condition, less than 10 minutes, second condition, 10 minutes or more, and the third condition, between 10 and 12 minutes. So given question is an exponential distribution, and let us assume x as a duration of a shower in a town. So with that, mean 5 is given for us. Mean value is equal to 5 minutes. So mean of the exponential distribution is given by 1 by alpha. So we compare 1 by alpha with 5 so that we can get to know the value of alpha, which we substitute into the exponential probability distribution. So let's see the solution. The PDF probability density function of the exponential distribution is given by f of x is equal to alpha e power minus alpha x in the range x greater than 0. And obviously in all other range, the value of f of x is equal to 0. So by data, we have mean is equal to 5 and mean of the exponential distribution is 1 by alpha, and that is 5, or alpha value is equal to 1 by 5. So with this alpha value, we can rewrite the exponential distribution now. That is alpha e power minus alpha x can be rewritten. So exponential distribution f of x will be now equal to 1 by 5 e power minus x by 5 in the range x greater than 0. And with this, let us assume x denoting the duration of a shower in a town. We are assuming x as the duration of a shower in a town. So that the very first case says that we have to find out probability of x less than 10 minutes, and second case probability of x lying between 10 or more. So x is greater than or equal to 10. And the third case is to find probability of x lying between 10 to 12 minutes. So let us discuss the cases one by one. First one, probability of x less than 10. See, f of x is defined only in the interval x greater than or equal to 0. So means greater than 0. Means in the number line, if I have 0 here, it should be positive in the positive number line only. Positive side of the interval only. So we have x less than 10. Somewhere here I can assume 10. So x less than 10 means it is between 0 to 10. So integral limits will be from 0 to 10. Because only when x greater than 0, f of x is defined as 1 by 5 e power minus x by 5. In the negative interval, f of x is equal to 0. So keeping this in mind, the integral limits will be between 0 to 10. Because x less than 10 I have to talk about. So integral limits will be 0 to 10 f of x dx, and between 0 to 10 we define f of x as 1 divided by 5 e power minus x by 5 dx. Let us integrate e power minus x by 5 and apply the limits. So 1 divided by 5 e power minus x by 5 divided by minus 1 by 5. This is between the limits 0 to 10. 5 get cancelled. There's a minus sign outside to take. So e power minus 10 by 5 minus e power 0, which is 1. E power 0 in the for the lower limit application. So this is 1. So probability here that I have to evaluate is 1 minus e power minus 2. 1 minus e power minus 2 is equal to 0.8647. 8647. We are actually evaluating only this expression, that is e power minus 10 by 5 is e power minus 2 minus e power 0 is 1. So there's a minus sign outside. When we multiply minus, we get 1 minus e power minus 2 to evaluate. So using calculator, I can get the answer as 0.8647. This is the first case, probability of x less than 10. X less than 10. Now the second case is to find out probability of x greater than or equal to 10. Probability of x greater than or equal to 10. There are two ways of working out this. Either you can integrate lighting on the limits as 10 to infinity f of x dx, and in the range 10 to infinity f of x is defined as 1 by 5 e power minus x by 5 dx. You can integrate and obtain the answer. The other way of obtaining the answer is negation of this. X greater than or equal to 10 means it can be written as 1 minus probability of x less than 10. Now just now the previous case, whatever the answer we obtained is probability of x less than 10, which is 0.8647. So easily we can obtain subtracting from 1, it is 1 minus 0.8647. And the answer in such case will be equal to 0.1353. 0.1353. Probability of x greater than or equal to 10 can be written subtracted from 1. The negation of format of this can be written. So which is 1 minus probability of x less than 10. Probability of x less than 10, just now we have obtained the answer as 0.8647. So same thing I'm substituting and subtracting from 1 we obtain 0.1353. And now the last part of the problem, the third part of the problem is to find out probability of x lying between 10 to 12. Third one, probability of x lying between 10 to 12. So integral limits are obvious between 10 to 12, and we have to consider f of x and integrate between the limits 10 to 12. F of x is defined between 10 to 12 as 1 divided by 5 e power minus x by 5 dx. So this gives us 1 divided by 5. Integration of e power minus x by 5 we have to perform. It is e power minus x by 5 divided by minus 1 by 5. And this should be integrated between the limits 10 to 12. Again 5 get cancelled. There's a minus sign. For convenient I can write outside and apply the limits. Upper limit will be e power minus 12 by 5. Lower limit e power minus 10 by 5. Of course, this is the calculator work, gives us the answer as 0.0446. 0.0446. And these are the different cases of the second problem that I considered. That is having a mean of 5 minutes and the duration of a shower we assumed as the variate x. And exponential distribution less than 10 minutes, 10 minutes or more, between 10 and 12 minutes. All the different cases we discussed. We'll see third problem now. Find the CDF, cumulative distribution function. Find the CDF, cumulative distribution function, for the following PDF, for the following probability density function of a random variable x. Of a random variable x. So in that, the first of the cases, you have to find the CDF of the exponential distribution directly. Exponential distribution. And the second one is, given f of x has x by 4 e power minus x by 2 between the limits 0 to infinity, 0 otherwise. So under these two conditions, we have to find out the CDF, cumulative distribution function, given the PDF for us. So PDF is given in the second case, f of x only. For the first case, exponential distribution, we know how is a PDF defined as. So a probability density function for an exponential distribution is defined as alpha e power minus alpha x in the range 0 to infinity or 0 otherwise. So using that definition for exponential distribution, we have to find out the CDF of that. So let us do one by one. The PDF probability density function of an exponential distribution is given by f of x is equal to alpha e power minus alpha x in the range x greater than 0, which is same as writing x lying between 0 to infinity, 0 otherwise. This is the definition of the exponential distribution for us. Now what we have to find out is the cumulative distribution function, that is the CDF, right? So first let us note down the formula for that, which is actually common for both the cases. So this is the first case what we actually started with. Right, now we will write down the formula for cumulative distribution function. So if f of x denotes the PDF probability density function, then cumulative distribution function CDF is given by capital F of x, and that is defined as integral minus infinity to x f of x dx. We had learned this when we did with the continuous probability distributions problems in that. So this is the definition for cumulative distribution function denoted by capital F of x. Definition is between minus infinity to x integral limits f of x dx. Now keeping this in mind, we are going to find out the CDF of the exponential distribution. We have to find out cumulative distribution function of the probability density function of the exponential distribution. So doing on that lines, we have capital F of x will be now equal to integral minus infinity to x, this is the definition, f of x dx. Now this can be split into integral minus infinity to 0 f of x dx plus integral 0 to infinity 0 to x actually, because the definition is from minus infinity to x only. Correct? F of x dx. So negative interval, I have split it separately in the number line. When I imagine negative interval is minus infinity to 0 and exponential distribution is not defined in the negative interval. So we can directly vanish it off. So in the negative interval minus infinity to 0, f of x value is equal to 0. So this vanishes. What remains is only integral 0 to x f of x dx. So integral 0 to x f of x dx, f of x in the positive interval is defined as x alpha e power, in the positive interval it is defined as alpha e power minus alpha x dx. So now we have to integrate this between the limits 0 to x. Of course alpha is a constant, I can write outside. Integration of e power minus alpha x is e power minus alpha x divided by coefficient of x minus alpha between the limits 0 to x. Now alpha get cancelled, there is a minus sign in the denominator which I can write outside the limits form. Upper limit e power when x is replaced by x itself. So upper limit will be e power minus alpha x. Lower limit when x is 0, this is e power 0. So and then hence the answer for this is 1 minus e power minus alpha x. We are defining a function of x denoted by cumulative distribution function. So it should be a function of x as an answer. So this is in the range 0 less than x less than infinity. So here x lies between the range 0 to infinity because of the definition of the exponential distribution. x lies between 0 to infinity. So f of x is defined as alpha e power minus alpha x. We took that as a function f of x and we have integrated to obtain the CDF, cumulative distribution function, denoted by capital F of x. Capital F of x. So that's the answer for the case 1. Now similarly, case 2, f of x is defined as a particular function x by 4 e power minus x by 2 between the range 0 to infinity. So again in the positive interval f of x is defined, in the negative interval f of x value is equal to 0. Now keeping this in mind, we have to find out the cumulative distribution function once again, CDF. So second one, cumulative distribution function f of x is defined as integral 0 to x, integral, the definition is minus infinity to x, let me write on that, minus infinity to x f of x dx. So again this is split into minus infinity to 0 f of x dx plus 0 to x f of x dx. Again in the negative interval, the value of f of x is equal to 0, right? According to definition, the second case definition was 0 in the negative interval. Only in the positive interval 0 to infinity f of x is x by 4 e power minus x by 2. So the negative interval vanishes. This we can just put an arrow across and write it down as 0. So I have to consider capital F of x is equal to integral 0 to x. In this range, f of x is defined as x by 4 e power minus x by 2 dx. Let us integrate easily by applying the Bernoulli's rule of integration by parts. We are all familiar with it. By writing down 1 by 4 constant outside, I can integrate by Bernoulli's rule of integration by parts easily. First function x as it is, integration of e power minus x by 2 is e power minus x by 2 divided by minus 1 by 2 minus, according to Bernoulli's rule, differentiation of x is 1. Integration of the previous integral value is e power minus x by 2 divided by minus 1 by 2 into minus 1 by 2, which is 1 divided by 4. 1 divided by 4. I repeat the integration by Bernoulli's rule once again. First function according to Eilert, first function and the second function will be decided. X is the first function, e power minus x by 2 is the second function. So first function we retain as it is. Integration of e power minus x by 2 is e power minus x by 2 divided by minus 1 by 2. Then according to Bernoulli's rule, it's minus in the middle. Differentiation of x is 1 into integral of the previous integration. So e power minus x by 2, once again you have to integrate, which is e power minus x by 2 by minus 1 by 2. Already in the denominator there was minus 1 by 2. It is multiplied once again with minus 1 by 2. So it becomes 1 by 4. Now we need to apply the limits 0 to x. So upper limit minus lower limit concept. I write down this 1 by 4 constant outside and there is minus 2 to write down. Applying limits for x e power minus x by 2 between 0 to x, and this is minus 4 outside e power minus x by 2 between the limits 0 to x. Term by term I have shown the integral limits to you by taking out the constants, writing down the constants outside. So 1 by 4 into minus 2, upper limit gives me as it is x e power minus x by 2. Lower limit, when x is 0, this is 0 into e power term. So 0 into anything gives us back 0. So that's why I don't apply the lower term to you. So minus 4 into upper limit e power minus x by 2 minus of minus lower limit. So e power 0 is 1. Lower limit gives us plus 1 because while applying the limit, upper limit minus lower limit is applied. There's a minus outside as well. So minus of minus becomes plus. Of course, 4 is multiplied for this, no? 4 is multiplied, so 4 into 1 becomes 4 for this. Lower limit e power 0 is 1, 1 into the outside minus 4, so it is becoming plus 4. Now we multiply 1 by 4 inside for each of the term and rewrite the answer finally. This gives us, I'll write on the positive term, is 1 by 4 into 4 is 1. Constant is 1 minus 2 ones are 2 twos are. So I have 1 by 2 x into e power minus x by 2. 4 get cancelled in the next term, minus e power minus x by 2. No, I wrote the constant 1 by 4 multiplied by 4 gives us 1. So I wrote that 1 first. And then 1 by 4 is multiplied for the second term and the third term as well. Each term we are multiplying that 1 by 4. So 2 ones are 2 twos are, which becomes 1 by 2 x e power minus x by 2. And 4 get cancelled, minus sign as it is, e power minus x by 2. So this is the valid value of f of x, cumulative distribution function f of x, if x is lying between 0 to infinity. That was a condition given for us, no? So that is why we write on the condition at the end, that is, it is applicable for x lying between positive range 0 to infinity only. Let's see one last problem on exponential distribution. The sale per day in a shop, the sale per day in a shop is exponentially distributed with average sale amounting to rupees 100 and net profit is 8%. Find the probability that the net profit exceeds rupees 30 on a day. Rupees 30 on a day. So it's a quite different one. Let's see. Given that a sale per day in a shop is exponentially distributed with an average sale amounting to rupees 100. So average in the sense mean sale is about rupees 100, and the net profit that the salesman is obtaining is 8%. We need to find the probability that the net profit exceeds rupees 30 on a day. So we need to make some assumptions first. Let us assume X as the random variable of the sale in the shop. So X here is an exponential variate, and we are assuming X to be the random variable of the sale in the shop. Let X be the random variable of the sale in the shop. Now, X is also the exponential variate. So we write on the PDF of the exponential distribution. PDF of the exponential distribution, which is given by PDF of the exponential distribution is given by f of x is equal to alpha e power minus alpha x in the range x greater than 0 only. In all other range, we know that f of x is equal to 0. And we know for the mean of the exponential distribution is given by 1 divided by alpha. And from the data, we have By data we have mean or the average sale is rupees 100. So by data we are known with mu value which is 100. So this gives us mean is nothing but 1 divided by alpha is 100. So comparing this, we can obtain the alpha value. So alpha is equal to 1 divided by 100 or same as writing 0.01. Of course, we can keep it in fraction or the decimal, whichever gives us the same answer. Right. So now alpha is known to us. Let us rewrite f of x function in the range x greater than 0. F of x is again defined as with value of alpha, that is 0.01 into e power minus 0.01 into x. Same thing we are going to write down now. So thus f of x is equal to f of x is equal to 0.01 into e power minus 0.01 into x. Just have substituted the alpha value, and this is for x greater than 0. This is for x greater than 0. Now, let us assume that A is the amount for which profit is 8%. We need to know that particular amount A now. Let us assume A be the amount for which profit is 8%. Which profit is 8%. So it is given from the data that 8% of some amount exceeds rupees 30. We need to obtain the probability that the net profit exceeds rupees 30. So in order to know that amount which is having a net profit of 8%, we need to wrap and use that condition now. So it is given that 8% of some amount, say A, that we have assumed, should exceed rupees 30. And this implies for us 8% of the amount A is equated to 30 in order to know what is that amount A for which the profit is 8%. So A is equal to 375 approximately by cross multiplying 375 approximately. Right? Rupees 375. Now this is going to help us to find out the probability of profit exceeding rupees 30, which will be one and the same as saying probability of sales exceeding rupees 375. In terms of the sale, we have to obtain the answer. That is the reason we'll be finding out probability in that way. So therefore, probability of profit exceeding rupees 30 is equivalent to or equal to writing probability of sales exceeding rupees 375. So this can be symbolically represented now, and we can obtain the probability easily. Probability of sales exceeding rupees 375. That is probability of sales exceeding, so greater than rupees 375. And this is one and the same as writing 1 minus probability of sales is represented by x less than or equal to, so sales is less than or equal to 375. Now this can be obtained by integrating limits. So integral limits will be from less than or equal to 375 means f of x is defined in the range x greater than 0. So 0 to 375. Only in the positive interval f of x is defined. So we are going to define or integrate between the limits 0 to 375. And f of x between 0 to 375 can be written as 0.01 into e power minus 0.01x dx. We had already defined f of x function, no? Here it is 0.01 into e power minus 0.01x. Same thing we are using between the range x greater than 0. It should not exceed the amount 375 rupees. So that is why integral limits is from 0 to 375. Of course, sales greater than rupees 375, you can do direct way also 375 to infinity. In that way also you can integrate the function f of x and obtain. I negated and I'm obtaining. The choice is up to you. Anyway, the answer will be the same thing. So this will be 1 minus of, so 0.01 as it is. Integration of e power is e power minus 0.01x divided by minus 0.01. This is between the limits 0 to 375. So let us integrate and obtain the limits. So we observe 0.01 get cancelled. There is a minus sign. It gets multiplied with outside minus and become plus. So upper limit minus lower limit. So upper limit is giving us e power minus 0.01 into 375. Lower limit e power 0. E power 0. E power 0 is 1. So is minus 1 plus 1 gets cancelled. And what we have to evaluate is e power minus 3.75. 0.01 multiplied by 375 is 3.75. And this, the answer up to 4 decimal places approximately is 0.0235. So probability of sales not exceeding should have been greater than, sales exceeding rupees 375 is equal to 0.0235. Check it out. Sales exceeding rupees 375 is now equal to the valuation of e power minus 3.75 gives us 0.0235. So what is the conclusion that we can write down? Thus, the probability that profit exceeds rupees 30 on a day, profit exceeds rupees 30 on a day is 0.0235. 8% of the profit was mentioned, correct? 8% of the net profit was mentioned in the question. So we had to convert the profit in terms of the sale, and we have to obtain the sale has to exceed rupees 375. The amount for which 8% of the profit is implied is rupees 375. So that is why we have to find out probability of sales exceeding rupees 375. So probability of sales exceeding rupees 375 is 0.0235, which is one and the same as saying probability that the profit exceeds rupees 30 on a day is 0.0235. So these are some of the different categories of problems that I wanted to consider in exponential distribution. Hope you have followed these problems. Thank you for watching.